I'm just trying to speak directly to the body, to the energy system, to invite it into a place where it can check it out and see if it is safe, because it has to do that. Hey everyone, this is GP with a tapping practice video. Tapping practice because we're going to just do nothing but tapping. I have other videos that focus on teaching, the how and why, and there's a link below to those. This particular tapping video came to me as a result of a request. I do take requests. I didn't when I was a musician, but now I do. And you can just send anything you would like to tap on or anything you would like me to teach on to tapping@omschool.co. Just go down there somewhere and also down in the description. So I'm going to start by just reading the letter, and then let's see where it goes. I invite all of you to start tapping even while I'm reading the letter. So start tapping right now. It actually has an effect. The nature of tapping is that it opens the body up through a sense of safety. So it just absorbs everything better, even when you're not doing something specific, which is what we're going to do. So you tap, I'll talk. Okay, hello. I would like to make a tapping video request. I was tapping along with not being able to get what I want and not feeling safe. But my problem with it is so drastic because my body protects me, in quotes, by making me fat and sick. The last self-sabotage fiasco resulted in getting diagnosed with heart failure. 3 exclamation points. We're talking DEFCON 2 here. I don't want to die over this stupidity. Can you imagine having a body that protects you by killing you? I've been sick and trying to get well for 30 years. And every time I think I've found something that's working, I end up worse soon after. This is from a bad childhood. A lot of A's in there. You're right. A mother who only cared for me if I was sick or injured. So I'm not surprised that my body learned that the only way to get loved and taken care of is to be sick. And the fat body has to do with child abuse of another kind. I'm sure you can imagine. Anyway, you know what I mean now, right? Can you make one of your brilliant tapping videos for this kind of self-sabotage? Thank you so much. I love your channel and how you are so brilliant at what to tap on. I have hope. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Now, I'm going to refer back to this to make sure I cover all the points. But we're going to start just tapping all together, right? You don't have to keep up with me. You don't have to say what I'm saying. If I feel the need to have you repeat what I say, I'll say so. But for the most part, I find it works if you just let your body take it in and keep focused on the words so our attention doesn't wander. So what I'm going to start with you, Elaine, and everybody else that's ever had a chronic condition, be it physical health, be it one unsatisfying relationship after another, be it a chronic problem with money and finance, I'm going to invite you, everyone who has any kind of chronic condition, whether it be 1 year or 50 years or 1 day, to join in with this. I'm going to start with this. And for the next few minutes, I want you to repeat what I have to say. I hereby release and let go of all my emotional attachment and all my habits of trying to figure this out. If after all this time I haven't figured it out yet, I'm obviously up against the wall. I've run out of moves. But I have hope. So I'm choosing consciously to set aside everything I already know. If it was worth knowing, if it worked, it would have worked by now. But it hasn't. So whatever I thought I knew, I'm choosing to let go of. And just be really present, like a little child. So whatever it is that's stuck in me, that has kept these conditions going, has an opportunity to come out without me thinking I have to do it. This is my commitment, as best I can. When I get distracted into labeling and, oh yeah, I know what that is, I choose to just let it go. What if the condition I have has nothing to do with what I thought it had? What if it had no relationship whatsoever? What if that wasn't the cause? Now it's true, these things happened. And the body did create defensive mechanisms and put me in this state. But I'm choosing to let go of any idea that I, my mind, my intellect can solve this. I'm pretty sure if it could, it would have done it already. So I know there's been an impact on my life. I know these things have happened, but I'm letting go of it as being the essential or contributing cause. And I'm going to let the body tell me. I'm going to let the body lead me. All right, stop tapping. I think I said that slow enough so everybody could repeat after me. It's really important because there's a conclusion here, right? It says, can you imagine having a body that protects you by killing you? Well, it won't. It won't. It isn't doing that. And it doesn't kill you. It's just the energy gets so stuck, it may not have enough energy available to it to make a healing come about. So this is what we're doing. We're opening up the body so it can feel free and safe enough that it can let go of what it's experiencing. All right, we're going to tap again. And this time you don't have to repeat after me, so if I go too fast, don't worry about it. I'm open to the possibility that healing can be immediate and surprisingly easy. I'm letting go of my expectations. The body may need time. Likely it will. But if it doesn't, that's okay too. I'm giving my body permission to do what it needs to do. I mean, it's doing it anyway. I might as well go along with it. What if my body isn't my enemy? What if it's not trying to kill me? What if it really doesn't want to die? But it also doesn't want to be humiliated, to be molested, to be so vulnerable that it can't protect itself. What can it possibly do but contract and distort until it finds somewhere it can feel safe? So I'm choosing to let go of everything I've been doing that is fighting with my body, blaming my body, resisting my body, criticizing my body, recognize that this is the vehicle through which I experience all of life. And it's doing what it was made to do. So I'm deciding to cooperate with it and to work with it on its own terms. What do you need, body? What do you need from me? I'll do anything you need, up to and including nothing at all. But I'm choosing now to drop the conflict. Of course, if I'm fighting with you, or blaming you, or criticizing you, or resisting you, or pushing you away in any way whatsoever, of course you're going to not trust me. You're going to defend against me. Here you are trying to keep me safe and alive, and I keep fighting you. Well, you cannot change what you are. You are doing what you were designed to do. But I can. I can choose right now to embrace you in love and recognize that you're actually on my side. Self-sabotage? Well, it's not really self-sabotage. It's just the body said no. To go beyond this point is dangerous. And so it stops. It says things. It makes circumstances go weird. It criticizes you. It saps the energy from you, suddenly making you tired, forgetful. It does all those things. Why? It wants to hurt you? But no. Because it's trying to protect you. So I say thank you to the energy. Thank you for doing such a great job at what you were meant to do. I have been fighting you. My bad. And I choose now to let all of that go. Take a deep breath. Take that in for a second. Now, this is going to be a long one, but I know a lot of people that have a similar experience to Elaine, so I really want to give it that old college try, whatever that means. So let's now take up the specific subject of self-sabotage. All right, just start tapping. Self-sabotage. I've been sabotaging myself. Well, wait a minute. I haven't been. I'm very clear about what I want. I want a nice, healthy, slender, attractive body. I want to be healthy. I want to have energy. I want to be able to really enjoy my life and all the juice of it. So I'm not sabotaging me. So why isn't this working? What the hell's the matter? Well, what if the self-sabotage wasn't sabotage really, but just the nervous system trying to protect you from what it believes is dangerous. It really believes it's dangerous. Why? Because it really happened in the past. This stuff really happened. The nervous system says, I got to do whatever I can to keep this from ever happening again. And it did it. Made you sick, made you carry more weight than it needs to. It took on more weight than it needs to have a nice, thick, protective layer. The body doesn't know that the war is over. It doesn't know that those circumstances aren't there anymore. It just assumes this is the way the world works. So, lovely body, what if that's not true? It was true then, but what if it's not true anymore? What if you can let that wall come down a little bit? Or maybe just push the wall out a little bit and let a little bit in. I mean, you know how to shut me down completely. So there's no real risk. I'll still be safe. I won't fight you. I won't try to move too fast. What if we could discover that we don't need this much defense anymore? We did once, absolutely. But what if we don't need that anymore? What if we're safer than we thought we were? You know, when an assumption gets in, a deep-seated belief that becomes an energetic, silent influence. It's an energetic assumption, not a thinking assumption. And at that level, that we believe it so with so much conviction, like you do, that assumption is going to shape my entire perception. So it's going to look as if it's true, even when it isn't. Because that's how powerful assumptions are. That's how powerful you are, body. That's how powerful the mind is. It literally manifests what it assumes to be true. If the world isn't safe, then I'm going to be padded to the gills to keep me safe. What if the world is safer than we think it is? Yeah, there's danger out there for sure, but we're the survivors of those who survived. We're the predecessors of those, the children, the offspring of those who made it, which means that you're very well prepared to deal with all the dangers in the world. So what if in my world it's way safer than we thought it is? Would you then be willing to just let down the guard a little bitty bit to check it out? Just a little? All right, take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Just a little side tip. When you do some breathing to relax, make the exhale longer than the inhale. The inhale actually speeds up the heart a little bit. The exhale slows it down. You can actually feel it as you're doing it. Take a breath. And now blow it slowly. Feel it? Amazing, isn't it? The body is so amazing and responsive. All right, we're going to do one more round of tapping on this. Because I don't want to overwhelm you. And there can be other things that may have come up. There's some side stuff. You know, there's levels to this. So when we kind of clear away one level, or we invite the body to clear away the level itself, we're not doing the work. I emphasize that. You're not doing it. You're making a space so the body can do it. We make a space to heal. We don't do healing. Start tapping with me now. Thank you, body. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for forgiving me, for being so hard on you when you're just trying to keep me safe. I know you don't hold a grudge. And I know you want to get out of this state too. So let's work together. Just open up, take a look. I'll try to do some things, but I'll go slow. And if you detect danger, I'll stop, and we can confer. So maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Maybe that person isn't trustworthy. Maybe they are. We'll figure it out together. But thank you. Thank you. I've been such an ingrate. I've been such a little brat. Here I've been pissed off at you, and you're just trying to keep me safe. And you have succeeded at that. If it hadn't been for you, I'd be dead. I wouldn't have gotten out of childhood. How else could any child get through that? Something so unnatural. So outside of what is reasonable or natural or moral or anything. Just outside of being human. But you managed to protect us. Keep us alive. Long enough so we could do this. And free each other. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being so loyal. Thank you for being on guard 24/7. Thank you for never letting me down. And I know that you will continue to not let me down, even if we let more of the environment in and it gets safer. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for demonstrating your care for me. Thank you. I love you. And take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And just let that sink in. The way I do tapping, the reason I've started to teach it, because it is very different, is I'm not concerned so much with the words. I'm not concerned so much with the repetition, the format. I'm just trying to speak directly to the body, to the energy system, to invite it into a place where it can check it out and see if it is safe. Because it has to do that. When you were little and you had no choice, it did it all for you. Now you can invite it to come out like a rescue dog. Come on out, give it some treats. And eventually it'll come to trust you, it'll open up, the tail will be wagging, and you will find your health improving, the weight falling off, your relationships. But don't put the emphasis on the end result of I'm going to be healthy and I'm going to have a hot body. Don't put the emphasis there. Put the emphasis on this relationship with your inner world. It will take care of the rest. Thank you all. Until next time, namaste.